In 2023, I made $90,000. And in 2024, I made $90,000. In 2025, I'm gonna break $100,000. Okay, that was a little dramatic. But all that to say is I'm focused on my goal. I'm going to hit 100K. It's almost guaranteed that I will, but I do have to stay focused. I got to keep buying every day. I got to keep doing what I'm doing. But I want to start my series of on my way to 100K with this video right here starting in January, where I recap every month. After the month is done, I go back and explain, what I did or the input, and then how I did or the output. Or in other words, what I did in that month to get closer to my goal, and how I did or what money I made to get closer to the goal as well. So let's go. So what I did, or the input for the month, I set before the month started, I set all my tools to a yearly subscription. Like all the tools I knew that I was going to use throughout the year, like Keepa, Celeramp, Be Cool, all those type of tools. I set them all to yearly subscription. That way I could save quite a bit on my expenses throughout the year, and also reduce my monthly expenses. That way it kind of keeps I get a little more cash flow that way. And then after that, I switched all my FBM orders to either FBA, or with some of them, if it made sense, to eBay. I wanted my eBay inventory to grow a little bit more. That way I could get some more cash flow coming from somewhere else other than Amazon, and that way I wasn't solely reliant on them. Also, I wanted to switch all my FBM to FBA, because when you're doing FBA, Amazon just takes a lot more responsibility for your feedback.
They take full responsibility,
and they obviously take care of all the shipping and everything. And I wanted to make it the simplest I could, to where I just bought it, sent it, and then just worried about the price. And that was about it. And also, after I did all of that, I just stayed focused and stayed the course. Bought something every day, like books, DVDs, CDs, vinyl. Bought something every single day, except for a couple on the weekends. I'm not gonna lie to you, I missed a couple days on the weekends. It's tough for me with kids to find time sometimes during the weekends. So I end up spending about $3,200 in the month of January, which is about where I want to be for my monthly expenses. Obviously more would be better, but that would require more money, and I need to build up to that point. So I'm happy with where I'm at. Now for the output, or how much money I made for the month of January to get me closer to that $10,000. Well, January, as all booksellers will know, is one of the best months of the year for us. That being because college kids are going back to school. They're going through their second semester. And what do all college kids need once classes start up? Well, that's textbooks. Textbooks, you need textbooks for your semester, so you're going to have to buy them somewhere. And us booksellers are taking advantage of the kids who are panicking, like, oh crap, I need my book in 2 days. So they'll come to Amazon, and that's where they'll buy from. So I had one of the best months of the year in January, right off the bat, with about $10,000, a little bit over $10,000 in sales. Now, was that all profit? No, that was not all profit. I made after all the expenses were taken out, my net profit was $2,200. So you're thinking, 10K, that'd be easy. Just do $10,000 each month, and you'll hit $120,000 at the end. Well, if only it was that easy. But booksellers will know that after January, when February starts, we hit the dark time, the low period for us booksellers. From about February to May, sales slow down, and of course, not for some reason, we all know, January and February are the worst months for returns. So your sales are slowing down and your returns are picking up. So you're kind of getting pinched out right there. And it's a gut check period for us booksellers through this time. Can we muster up the courage and the stuff to get through this time? But there is light at the end of the tunnel. But I want to take you along with me through these ups and downs. So if you could subscribe, that way you get notified for the next On My Way to 10K video, and then I'll have it posted right here once it is uploaded.